Fellas, good morning. Welcome to another episode of TFD. I'm just gonna do a quick one where I'll cover a bit of the new things happening in the game, new stuff that is happening. If you don't know about it, or you have been away from the game and you want to come back. First of all, we have a new descendant. It's called Keelan. It's this guy right here, and he's gonna have some pretty interesting abilities. He has some pretty good movement. And I really want to level this up, but it's not going to happen in this video. But we have the new descendant Keelan, which is pretty cool. I'm going to have a separate video showcasing what he can do. Another thing we have is the dog. We now have a dog, and the dog is going to be able to level up, I think, to level 100, pretty much like weapons do. And it's going to pick up automatic stuff at about 20 meters range. And is going to dismantle everything based on your junk filter. To level him up, you're gonna have to get some of these, which are getting... you basically get these from an ace as a level up. Obviously, you have a new main quest and stuff to do, but I'm not gonna bore you with that. You do it on your own time. And there's a new boss, which is not a regular boss. So if you go into Void Intercept regular battle, you're not gonna find anything. It's going to be into Abyss. So now there's Void Intercept battle Abyss. And you're gonna have a Infernal Walker, which is a fire walker, basically. And this guy is very, very powerful. Now, it's gonna be fire, so fire resistance becomes more important. It's gonna be weak to chill, so Haley and VS are gonna do really well here. And he's very tanky. DPS, he says 760,000, but trust me, I've tested my... solo, because you can do it solo, and I've tested my Enduring Legacy at 939,000 DPS, and I shot at the guy for 10 minutes, tanking all the damage, and I couldn't finish it. I barely got the shield off and about 15-20% of the life of his HP, so he is very, very resistant to fire, and I think he has skill resistances and everything else. So, although you can do it privately, you really need to get in there quite prepared, obviously. He's the last boss, it's a very powerful boss. But it doesn't have the stupid mechanic that when he goes immune, you have to shoot his pointy things on the knees, much like you would do with the other walkers. This one, no. It goes into an infernal mode. You're going to see it. I don't want to spoil the fun for you. But it's going to go into an infernal mode when its damage is like quadruples. And it one-shots you. It's really fun. It's very difficult. I managed to defeat it on my third try with a couple of people. Casuals. So it's fine. As long as you have decent fire resistances, that's what you need. You need very, very high fire resistances. But it's pretty fun to play. Keelan, I really need to have a look at the abilities and understand how they work. At the moment, this one seems to be the most viable one, but I don't like damage. Nor I like this one, which I was really eager for, but... nah. The acidic erosion, not the best. Apparently, the second one is going to be the best one for doing damage and everything, and movement. So I'm probably gonna use 4 and 2 in conjunction. We'll see anyway. I'm gonna have to look at it. Now, another thing that you're gonna have are going to be the Void Vessel Operation Terminals, which are really fun. You're gonna go through a traversal sort of ship, and you will find decryption keys at the end anyway, and when you go the next time into the vessel, you will have decryption storage boxes that you have to open with these decryption keys. It's pretty fun, little bit of extra stuff, and you will get these thing in. So this is where you get Keelan, intact data vault of Keelan. You get them from these boxes at the end. So once you finish the vessel, you will have these boxes, and there's a chance to have imperfect data vault, restricted data vault, lost data vault, or intact data vault, which is going to give you resources in Keelan. Or you can have this one where it's going to give you the dog, right? One or the other. Let's go and do one just so that you kind of get a feeling for what it's like. And I will also showcase a bit the abilities of Keelan. just for you to have a look into it. Although there's a trailer online, so I reckon you should do that first. Anyway.
Launching void vessel exploration operation.
This is the vessel. And the guy already went. So in the vessel you will see things like that. Those comms beacons. Anyway, you're gonna have a tutorial mission that is gonna explain it to you. But those missions is gonna give you increased amount of time you can fight the boss. You're gonna see how it works in a minute. It's much better to show you than to tell you. And in these rooms, watch out not to fall, in these particular rooms is where you fight these, the Volgos. And Keelan, basically how it works, you will have to... He doesn't have MP, much like Glay. He has his own personal resource, so you'll have to spam your 1 and your 2 in order to be able to grab resources enough to use your 3. Obviously, this is not leveled up. The only thing I have is a bunch of health mods, just to put some tankiness on it. So, obviously, I haven't even leveled it up once. So, do not judge me. Right. Let's move on. These the sentinels, these drones, you want to kill them. And before you go up there, here is where you have the storage box. See? And here is when you're gonna get materials that you are then going to use. These materials, you are then going to use them to level up, create these supplements and compounds and calcium, whatever. And this is gonna level up your follower. I don't really know exactly what your follower does when you level it up. Haven't leveled him up yet, because yesterday was the first day I played, obviously. These guys in the vessels, when they have this yellow barrier, can only be damaged by weapons, and when it's like purpley blue, can only be damaged by skills. Which is a bit weird, because you can't fully rely on Freyna or Bunny to do all the skill damage. You will have to use weapons, which I like the idea behind it. They're not very difficult yet, but I would imagine they will implement a more difficult version of it. I would have liked for this to be more of a survival type of mechanic, much like in Warframe, where you can, you know, go through different rooms and corridors of the ship and fight enemies in an unlimited version and gain more resources as you progress with time, and enemies become more and more powerful. You know, something like that. But as far as it goes, it's pretty much a regular traversal ship kind of thing. You go to the end, you fight the boss, much like a dungeon. Which, okay, it is what it is. Now, every time you go here, there's these communication beacons. Get those and have a look around. Sometimes you're gonna have those storage boxes around. I don't know exactly where they are. They're everywhere. I found it once a couple of rooms. I don't know if this is changes every time or is the same every time. I'm not entirely sure yet. But it's pretty fun, although it's very similar to what you usually do. You go in the dungeon, you kill the enemies, you go out of the dungeon. Boom. This guy though, the movement is gonna be pretty cool. You have 5 stacks of your movement skill, and you have a 20-second cooldown on them. But your 4th is going to enable you to Oh, look at bunny. This is the first time I see a bunny using the... Oh, it's not a bunny. Sorry. It's a pulse rifle. A beam rifle. I thought that was a bunny using her fourth ability. I was about to say, I've never seen a bunny doing that. Nobody's taking it? Fine. So then pretty much is the same thing. You grab the bomb from the elite enemy, you attach the bomb to the pillar explodes, and then you repeat the process. So it's nothing really that complicated in these void vessels, which is a bit disappointing. In the sense, I would have preferred for them to be a bit of a different mechanic, which doesn't seem to be. I don't know why they made a mechanic very similar to dungeons, where you just go, defeat mobs, get to the end of it, defeat the boss, and that's it. I think something similar to what Warframe does in terms of survival with unlimited time, and you decide when you get out of it, and if you decide not to get out of it, get bombarded by level 5 billion mobs. I would have preferred that, and I think it would have been a good idea, but defeat the drones before getting into their yellow area of scanning, otherwise they're gonna send more mobs. If you don't want more mobs your way, I suggest you do that. There you go. And nothing. Usually there's storage boxes in here. Not today.
Damn it. My shield's down.
Oops. Oh, yes. Check the records. Oh, there's another one here. So as you can see, there's hidden stuff. Come on. There you go. I don't know if these guys are gonna come. I think they left already. Look at the storage boxes. You see, so you basically hunt for these storage boxes everywhere, and they're gonna be. For example, last time I got only one room with storage boxes, and this time I've got 3 rooms. So you never know how many you get, so you basically just have to go hunt for them. Another record. And this is part of the mission. Woohoo! All right, let's go. They pushed us in. Very good. Cool thing about this guy is that you can go up. So the speed, the teleport step is every direction. You want to go up, and then you want to go down. You can do that. So it's gonna make traversal really easy in the night. Like. They made the mobs a bit tankier. In regards to Freyna and Bunny being able to destroy everything. You can feel there's a bit more tankiness to it. And the boss is basically like a kebab. Puts a shield down, you have to shoot the shield, and then you have to shoot the front of the shield, otherwise he becomes immune. And then once he's immune, he's going to put this bubble up and this pillar up. What you need to do is you have to use your skills, take the bubble down. And then once you take the bubble down, you can shoot. Now, I think they've done this on purpose, and I think it's a good change. The fact that, well, not really a change, but most of these mobs are fire resistant. So Enduring Legacy and your Enduring Legacy and your Gregs are going to do reduced damage because they are fire. You're gonna notice that especially when you fight the Colossi, but the battle is pretty cool. I like it. It's not very hard, mind you. I've done the solo and it's not really that hard, but it's cool. Now you have to damage these guys with skills. Boom. You go through him. I think Keelan is gonna be a good mobber. I don't think he's gonna be a good bosser though. He doesn't have anything for the bosses, but it's good for mobs and traversal, which I think it's a good change. And now you see, open the container, and you're gonna get these ones. After defeating the boss, you select these rewards, and you can get dog or resources, and there's different types. So this one, it's going to give you 5%. This one is going to give you 20%. So you decide exactly what you want to get based on drop chances. XP wise, it's not very good. This is good for materials, and that's it. It's not good for XP. The 400% dungeons are still the best way to do XP as far as I know. But that's pretty much it.